Hey everybody, welcome to Big Dumb Monsters. I'm Nick.
And I am Chris.
And this week we are sort of talking about 1990s classic Frankenhooker.
This week we're finding it difficult to talk about Frankenhooker.
It's not even so much that we dislike the movie, it's just there.
Yeah, there's like we said, there's not much depth to it, so there's really not much to dig into. Everything is just out there.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's classic for a reason, I'd say. But yeah, we'll get into it. We'll talk about it as much as we possibly can. The things we like, the things we didn't like.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, we recommend watching it in a group setting with some drinks probably.
Yeah, that's probably for your benefit. Yeah, enjoy the show.
And we are off.
That's it. That's all there is to it.
Yay. Oh, man.
How'd you like this movie?
I'm glad it was an hour and 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
I felt a little cheap.
Yeah? A little cheap?
Yeah. I'm I mean, for the most part, I mean, it was, it is what it is. It's a trauma movie.
It's a dipshit trauma movie.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Quality, no.
Yeah.
Fun, yes.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, it is what it is. Holy fuck, was the main dude, Jeffrey, just not likable.
No.
Oh, I'm a fucking doctor. Hey. Talks like Andrew Dice Clay, and he's supposed to be this brilliant medical student.
I could not stand listening to him mutter to himself.
I just need more voltage over here.
Yeah. Get rid of that mole. I don't like that mole. It's like, ugh. I don't have too much, what is that? That disorder where, you can't stand certain noises.
Yeah, misophonia?
Misophonia.
Yeah.
I don't have that too much. Certain chewing sounds give me the creeps, and I don't like the sound of water being poured from one container to another.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
That's an odd one.
But, him muttering to himself was, the closest thing to one of those that I've experienced in a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably because he was just saying a bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah, he was just mumbling scientific, word salad.
Yeah.
I need 600 more volts here. I need this.
Yeah, 600 will do.
Yeah, just muttering over schematics.
Oh, that'll cause a brownout.
I have never seen Basket Case all the way through.
I have not seen it at all.
Yeah.
His other movies, Basket Case and Street Trash, I think he did. Yeah.
No, Street Trash was directed by Roy Frumkis.
Was it?
Yes, who also did The Principal.
Okay.
I have to remember the name because there was that time in the late 80s where you had the fighting teacher movies.
Yeah.
There's The Principal, The Substitute.
The Substitute was Eric Roberts, right?
No, The Substitute was Tom. He did The Substitute.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one with Tom Berenger.
Oh, yeah. Tom Berenger. I don't know why I was thinking Eric Roberts.
The Principal was with Jim Belushi.
Yeah. Yep. What the fuck was the other movie that he did? It started with a B, I think. Not Basket Case, because we're
talking about Frank Henenlotter, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty deep into this Mai Tai. Right, buddy? Donna is telling me to drink responsibly. We are getting ahead of ourselves, but brain damage.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
Oh, he did direct Basket Case.
Well, yeah, we said that.
Okay, yeah, again.
We were talking about Street Trash.
Street Trash was Roy Frumkis.
Yeah.
Did he maybe... I think he was involved. I know some of the credits crossed over with Street Trash.
Oh, maybe he produced it.
Yeah. I don't know, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Doesn't matter.
We'll get there.
You know what? You know what? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He is not the writer of Street Trash, FYI. Anyway.
Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
Nobody.
This movie is just purely absurd and goofy. Like, the line you quoted before, fucking super crack, and I quoted the line from the movie when the hooker first finds the super crack.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, drugs, super drugs. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. This
Yeah.
It's not genius dialogue here.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's almost hard. I'm finding it, like, hard to comment, like, to find stuff to comment on, just because it's, like, it's all out there. Like,
There's no subtlety.
Yeah.
There's no, like, oh, this is the secret meaning behind all this. And, like, no, it's just it's a trauma take on Frankenstein. Like, it's very
campy,
cut and dry.
Very trauma, very campy, like,
Yeah.
gratuitous nudity, like, just left and right.
Yeah, drugs everywhere.
Super drugs.
Sex everywhere. Giant muscly pimp everywhere.
Oh, God, Zorro. I loved that. We have something to talk about.
Oh, yeah?
I loved that bar that they went to that was apparently populated by the characters in the Final Fight video game.
That's shockingly accurate.
Right up to Zorro himself, who is like a greasy, like, musclehead bodybuilder pimp,
Yeah.
but has a cop mustache. Like,
Yep. I didn't get it. Ugh. Those are my bitches.
Oh, Zorro, or I don't know if it was Zero or Zorro.
Zorro.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, it's probably public domain at that point, the name Zorro. Like,
Had to
just
have been.
throw it in there.
I mean, he didn't have a mask though.
Yeah, he had some Zubas, though. He definitely had some Zubas.
Oh God. Fucking workout pants, man.
Zubas were invented by one of the dudes from the Bushwhackers, WWF.
Get the fuck out of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I hope that's true, but I remember hearing that when I was a kid.
I know they wore them.
Yeah. I think one of the guys invented them. Yeah.
I mean, okay.
If you're not familiar with Zubas, they were possibly the ugliest pants ever made.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them as a kid.
Same here.
My mom made us them.
It was the 90s. It was a crazy time.
Yeah.
Basically, they were big, baggy ass, like, fabric. Like, they were like...
They felt like tablecloths.
Yeah, they weren't like pants material. They were very billowy. Like, they're like a blouse for your balls, basically. Like, and then, like, they were cuffed on the end, so like you had elastic, like, clinging to your ankle. Like,
Yeah.
Holy shit, the 90s were horrible.
Yeah. Like, if everybody should know exactly what we're talking about, but here's an example of them. If you remember Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
Diedrich, what the fuck's his name there? The one that was teaching karate.
Oh, Diedrich Bader.
Yeah. He was wearing the American
Rex
flag
Kwando.
once. Yeah, Rex Kwando. He was wearing the American flag Zumba's pants.
Yeah. And they always came in like these like very striped, like, loud
Bright
colors.
They were very bright and loud. Yeah. Very 90s.
Fucking Zubas. They were like a step below Skids. Which were also bad.
Like, I'm telling you, man, my mom made pairs of those for me and my brothers. And then when it came to be about summertime, we'd cut them to make shorts.
I'm not afraid to admit I had 2 pairs of Skids, one purple, one green. Skids were the same type of pants, except they came in like flannel, like check marks, basically.
Yeah, they were more like pajama pants.
They were more urban, if you will. Where Zubaz was for the the leisurely country American, let's say.
Country American. Holy shit. Yeah, that about sums up this movie.
Yeah, 90s fashion.
Yeah.
Skids and Zubas. That's the title of the episode. There
Skids and Zubas. Skids, Zubas, and Areolas.
For the level of movie that this is, I thought they did a pretty good job with the creatures. Like towards the end, the crazy, like fucked up monsters. I mean, they're fucking horrible. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like I said, for this level
For the
of movie,
for the
Troma
budget
movie,
that it must have had.
yeah, they probably made those monsters for like $50, like tops each.
Yeah. Like the Frankenhooker itself, makeup, obviously just makeup. Like
yeah.
Not great. I mean, if
like,
you well, here's the thing. Like, I didn't have to buy this movie, so it was well worth the price of admission.
Yeah. That's definitely. It's not getting points off for me having to spend money on it. Thank you, AMC Plus.
Yeah, Shudder is a godsend. The jokes land for the most part. I mean, some of it's just like real cheap and tacky, but if that's your style of humor, it's definitely gonna work every time. Yeah, Jeffrey is very unlikable. I think he's supposed to be. I don't think you're supposed to be sympathetic to him at all.
What was with the brain drilling? Fucking, was he like drilling into those areas to like stimulate thoughts or something? Like stimulate ideas?
I don't know if it was like stimulate or like partial lobotomize to like, because he was like, oh, I got a headache, and then he's like, he drills into his head.
He's got time to go to old number 34. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
This was a weird fucking movie.
The only movie I know of that has a like a legitimate like head drilling scene where a guy drills into his own fucking head is Pi.
I've never seen that. I know that's fucked up though. That's fucking Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah.
Who did The Wrestler, which was a fucking good movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke.
Yeah. He also did Requiem for a Dream,
which is also a fucked up movie.
Yeah, not a good movie, but fucked up.
Yeah. You will definitely remember it.
Yeah. But yeah, well, in Pi, he's being accosted by all these guys who want him to do this like number, what the fuck was it, like certain like programming shit to make money for other people, like with the stock market and shit like that, like predict the stock market. But then it all goes crazy. He winds up going crazy, and then he drills into like the math center of his brain so he doesn't have to fucking deal with anybody anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's also in that fucking James Bond movie Spectre, where Blofeld fucking drills into Daniel Craig's head to like make him like forget faces, basically.
Oh yeah.
Which they never like referenced again.
How'd John do that?
Yeah, and apparently didn't work. Like, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh man. But anyway, we've not given a synopsis of a movie in quite a while.
Oh yeah, we've totally gotten away from that. Today we're watching Frankenhooker, which is Frankenstein with a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude predicted, like, everybody saw this death coming a mile away. So
fuck yeah.
I
got you a lawnmower.
It's got a remote control. Whoop, there we go.
Hey, don't stand in front of it.
Yeah. This troubled genius who, has been kicked out of medical school.
Yeah.
Multiple times. He creates this robotic... the thing with the brain floating in the tank, too, they never go back to. Like,
no, but that's supposed to be just kind of like a reference to like the brain that wouldn't die or whatever.
Oh.
Just like another B-movie reference.
So, his fiancée gets chopped up in the remote control snowblower, and he proceeds to create a new fiancée out of chopped up hookers.
It's basically like...
not chopped up hookers, exploded hookers.
Exploded, yes.
Yeah.
It's basically like Bride of Reanimator, but like the shit version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost exactly the same fucking plot. I don't know which one came out first. This was 1990.
This is 90, so Reanimator, I think that was like 85.
The original Reanimator was in the 80s.
Yeah, it was like 85.
I don't know. I can't remember what when Bride of Reanimator came out.
I want to say Bride was like 88 or 89.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know, because Jeffrey Combs looked significantly older in Bride. But,
to the internet.
Yeah, we can do that. That's a thing we do. It would be hilarious if Bride of Reanimator was influenced by Frankenhooker.
Bride of Reanimator, 1989.
Shit.
Yeah. So it preceded it by a year.
Yeah.
Other things that stood out.
He makes a Frankenstein-esque bride, and then
accidentally makes hooker monsters.
Yeah, there's in typical trauma fashion, it goes to 11, basically.
Ridiculousness and like over the top.
Yeah, and you know what? I really wouldn't have it any other way. With the trauma film, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get a scene of like 6 hookers exploding after smoking super crack.
Yeah,
which they did not spend a lot of the effects money on that scene.
I think they did actually. I've got a fact about that.
Really?
I do.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the quote unquote action centerpiece, I guess, of the movie.
Yeah. This movie is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, I keep coming back to it, but like that's the thing with trauma. Like, you know what you're getting. You are not getting quality story. You are not getting quality effects. You are getting horror, sort of, and humor. Like a lot of humor.
Yeah, you're getting like, I don't want to say goriness, but like
depending on the film, you are.
Grossness, basically.
Yeah, gross. It's crass. It's very crass.
Crass, yeah.
You know what you're getting? You're getting New Jersey.
Yeah. What are the lines like they I like them when they were mentioning the news story like about the girl getting chopped up in the snowblower, like this was today in Hohokus.
Yeah.
Amanda was like, "Oh, of course it was in Hohokus."
Yeah, you get off that Nutley exit.
This fucking North Jersey, man, Route 17, like right through the heart of it.
Barf. If anybody is listening from New Jersey, you know what you did.
Hey, my in-laws live in Jersey. A nice part of Jersey, believe it or not.
I don't think there is such a thing.
There is, believe it or not.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Weird. Is it like the closest to New York that it could possibly be?
No, it's like an hour and a half out, maybe almost 2 hours.
Woof. Yeah. Like in the heart of Jersey?
And then like the Jersey Shore.
Ugh. The smell might be okay there, but the people sure aren't.
Oh boy, super crack and
there's zero substance to this fucking movie.
Yeah, I didn't really think it was going to be this hard to talk about it when I was watching it.
No, it's dumb. It's dumb and fun, and like you have to know the crowd. Like, definitely read the room before you put this one on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, not like when parents are around. Definitely not when kids are around.
No, because like there's an extended amount of like titty shaking in the hooker scene.
Yeah, the hookers exploding scene. There's just tits and naked hookers everywhere.
It's
like
absurd.
Uncomfortably so. Like
I did love this. Like he gives
the head wine. It just drips out of the bottom.
Yeah, it's just leaking all over the tablecloth.
I'm sure if I saw this when I was like, at the time, this 1990, so I would have been like 11 or 12. I would have loved this movie. Like,
yeah. If you saw this when you were 11 or 12, there was something seriously fucking wrong.
I had HBO in my room.
Oh, yeah. I do love that he treats her to a nice Italian dinner, and it's pizza.
Yeah, he pulls off like the fancy serving tray. He just pulls out like a nasty slice of pizza.
It does look shitty. Probably tastes amazing.
I love that when he shows her like the models, they're all porn, like all porn models. Like you couldn't have just picked like chicks from a magazine. Like, nope, all porn models. Such a bizarre movie.
It really is. I don't I don't know what to do about this. Like, okay, how do you think the makeup works for the Frankenhooker monster? Because technically that's the monster of this film.
Yeah, well, you have the hooker monsters too.
That's true. But like, she's like the main deal.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to her. There's just, like kabuki face paint.
Yeah.
And then like, patchwork shit like on her body. Like,
Yeah, and a purple nipple.
Purple nipples. Yeah, that was weird. With the ending, I feel like this was basically like an extended Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that really like they could have chopped this down into half an hour, I think, and like it would have just been a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yeah. It's right there. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to say that like I did or did not like the makeup job that they did, because what they did adds to the quirkiness.
Yeah,
and it's a very quirky movie to begin with.
Part of the experience. Yeah,
yeah, and it's iconic at this point, like in the like underground horror kind of like everybody who likes shitty B movies.
Yeah,
like Frankenhooker is not revered, but like it's very well known and sort of respected.
I mean, to the point, like I've done conventions with Patty Mullen. Like I've seen her in multiple ones. Yeah.
But I mean, it was just a kind of shitty pancake makeup job.
Yeah, I mean, it's Troma. They're just cranking out movies for the sake of cranking out movies. Like,
yeah.
Let's just crank this out for as little as possible. Throw some tits in, and people will watch it.
Yep.
Like that's pretty much the Troma philosophy.
It really is. I don't know. You gotta. All right. This.
Break out the rating. This
is gonna be a double rating movie. So, what would be your, rate it for what it is, kind of.
The movie rating, I'm gonna go like a 3. It's obviously not the greatest.
Yeah.
But it's in the indie spirit. Like they're doing what they can with what they have.
Yeah.
And like I admire that.
That's the thing about some of the better known Troma movies. Like you can tell that the people making it really wanted to make movies.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, like the jokes land. They tried to write them well.
I want to go back to this. Don't let me forget this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like they tried as well as they could, but
yeah, I mean,
there's not a whole lot to work with. There's budgetary restrictions, there's talent restrictions, shit like that. So, yeah, I mean, as a movie, I'm with you. It's like a 3. If I have to rate it as a Troma movie, like as a schlocky, whatever kind of shit movie that
like
you go in knowing is shit, it's like a 6.5.
I could see that. I'm gonna go maybe slightly lower. I'm gonna go with like a 6, I think.
Yeah.
Again, like it's all out there. It is
because it works.
This was also weird. This is another thing. I had 2 things I need to go back to.
Why does he keep drill bits in his bowling bag?
Yes. I'm like,
yeah.
Does he need to like emergency load a pirate cannon like at some point? Like we got a cannonball and some shrapnel to throw in there. But the other thing I wanted to go back to was the weatherman, the fucking
looked like Lon Chaney Jr.
Yeah, the vampire fucking weatherman. That had to have been like a shout out to like SCTV, like Count Floyd, fucking Joe Flaherty's character.
Yeah,
he was like the newsman, and like as soon as the news was over, like he'd put the cape on, and he was the horror movie host, Count Floyd.
I want to say there actually was some IMDb trivia about that guy.
Yeah, I definitely have some stuff to talk about as far as stuff what he is known from.
Yeah,
stuff what he is known from.
Yep. Chemicals.
As far as the stuff what he is known from.
Chemicals, everyone.
Yeah.
Chemicals.
Again, that delicious Mai Tai.
Yeah, wow.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Artesian Mai Tai is what the...
Good night.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's, it's a fun, goofy movie. Like...
If you have friends who are into just like shit movies like we do.
If you want to sit around with a bunch of people, like have a couple of drinks or whatever.
This movie's a fucking party.
Yeah, you want to like riff on a movie. This is your movie to do it.
Yeah,
like, yeah. But as far as like sitting down to watch a movie, I don't think this is something I would like throw on.
No, because I did it and meh. Like I watched it with Shelley, and she was not impressed.
I watched it with Amanda also.
Yeah, yeah, maybe not a great move.
She actively wanted to watch it. Otherwise, I would have watched it like under my normal conditions.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like. Like I could not watch it on my own just for the risk of somebody walking in during certain scenes. Like you would have to explain. Like I can explain what's going on. Like
yeah, yep.
I'm not a pervert. I swear.
Well, let's not get crazy. Yeah. A little bit of a pervert, not a sex maniac.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sex nuts right now.
Oh my God! Are you ready to get to the IMDb trivia in this?
Let us do it.
Let us do the trivia. Let us trivia.
Not to bother you with trivia.
I used to think they were kind of trivial.
Writer-director Frank Henenlotter, who actually is a neighbor of Joe Bob Briggs, improvised the basic story at a pitch meeting. After getting the okay to make the picture, he then wrote the script for the movie, which that tracks.
That's not how you make movies.
Yeah. By the way, I learned that they're neighbors on the Valentine's Day Joe Bob special because they showed this movie and Frank Henenlotter was one of the guests. Elizabeth, who becomes Frankenhooker, has the last name of Shelley. This is an homage to Mary Shelley, the author of the original Frankenstein.
Yeah, there were several shout-outs to Frankenstein. I mean, her name being Elizabeth is one also that, Elizabeth is, I believe, is his wife's name in Frankenstein.
I think you are correct.
Yeah, and then his name is Franken, of course.
Yeah.
This is another thing. Was he like, when he went out picking hookers, he was basically disguising himself as Kevin Van Hentenryck from Basket Case. He looks exactly like the fucking dude from Basket Case. Same glasses, like same haircut, fucking.
They're probably the same glasses.
Yeah, the exact same glasses.
There's a lot of boobs in this movie.
Yeah.
Beverly Bonner, who plays Casey, a character that... I'm sorry, let me reread that. Beverly Bonner plays Casey, a character that appears in Basket Case, Brain Damage, and Basket Case 2. I can't, off the top of my head, think of who Casey was.
I think it was the love interest of the main character in Basket Case. Oh. I think. Again, I don't think I actually have interviewed Kevin Van Hentenryck.
Yeah.
I haven't. Oh, that's an after the podcast story.
Oh.
But anyway.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep it there.
I did a convention with him, and we hung out after the convention, we'll say.
Aha. What happens after the convention stays after the convention. The film cost $1.5 million, making it Henenlotter's most expensive at the time.
Jesus.
Yeah, but there were still budgetary issues. The producers told him that they had used up all the allotted funds for pyrotechnics during the exploding hooker scene, to which he replied, "How the fuck am I going to film the lab scene?" He ended up calling in a favor to do some quote-unquote unlicensed pyrotechnics for the shoot. And
God.
What's his name? Lawrence, the guy who plays Franken here, recalls the guy finishing up, setting up, and telling him, "Don't worry, it's maybe safe."
It's safe-ish.
It's,
Yeah.
OSHA, never heard of her. Here's a fun fact. Bill Murray is a big fan of this movie and publicly endorsed it around the time of its release.
Jesus.
Which, I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him just, for comedic purposes, laughing his ass off at this movie.
Yeah. The film ran into trouble when it went before the MPAA ratings board.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and Henenlotter recalls that the head of the board, Richard Hefner, calling the production company and saying, "Congratulations, you're the first film rated S for shit."
That's funny.
Yeah, producer James Glickenhaus fought back and brought the feud public. The MPAA ultimately gave the film an X rating.
Yeah, I want to say this. Like, I remember when I was a kid, it was only on like Cinemax After Dark.
Yeah.
When they used to show porn on Cinemax on Friday nights.
Yep. You mean Skinamax?
Yep.
That's when it earned that.
That I didn't have to in my room. I had to like wait till everybody fell asleep and sneak downstairs.
Jailhouse bimbos.
Yep. The erotic adventures of the Three Musketeers. IMDb it, folks. That's a real movie.
That's real. Oh. The scene where Jeffrey goes driving, looking for ladies of the night to provide body parts, was filmed in what is now Tribeca.
This trendy ass neighborhood. Like,
Yeah.
that's where Robert De Niro lives.
Yep. It was a much different place then, though.
Yeah.
And then they got the shot from the open door of a moving van. Quote,
I recommend that, yeah.
quote, "These are real hookers," says Henenlotter. To which Lawrence adds, "and they're in SAG now."
This was also a pre-Disneyfied, like, Times Square.
Yeah, back when it was all porno theaters and
Hookers and porno theaters, yeah.
God, New York was dangerous.
But fun.
The purple nipple reveal during the initial strip down originally included purple pubic hair as well. Quote, "We kept dyeing the body double's pubic hair to get the right color purple," says Henenlotter. "But I took it out. As with the full frontal nudity he trimmed from the earlier hooker party scene, he felt the graphic nature of it stepped all over the humor. So tits abound. But as soon as
Pussy
you go,
makes it not funny.
yeah, as soon as you go below the belly button, that's where it stops being funny." They eventually cut an R-rated film to market in addition to the unrated, and one of the trims needed to secure the R was to limit the exploding prostitutes to 6 from the uncut version's total of 7.
We lose one exploding prostitute.
7 is way too much. 6? All right.
I want to say the one chick exploded twice.
It probably.
Yeah.
They probably just like filmed it from 2 angles.
Yeah, like the one, like the main hooker, like the one he first like talks to.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she blows up when she's sitting on the bed, and then like she's also the last one to blow up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is all I have for IMDb trivia. There is more, but none of it seemed exciting or fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the like stuff, like the movie, it's kind of fun. A lot of the stuff surrounding it, not very fun, because the Better Known As is not great this week.
Is it all like just trauma actors?
A lot of them, yeah. A lot of Law and Order people.
What?
Yeah. We will start off with director Frank Henenlotter. We mentioned at the beginning he's also the director of Basket Case 1, 2, and 3. Bad Biology, Brain Damage, and then like Chasing Banksy, which sounds like an artsy, like, serious movie.
That is actually a documentary on the artist Banksy.
Yeah, and like it's kind of weird for him, but hey, whatever. His movie before that is That's Sexploitation, another documentary though.
Yeah.
All right, well, good for him.
Yeah, and a documentary before that as well.
Yeah, but
and a documentary after that
is Lurid Women from 2018.
Ooh, yeah. Wait a minute.
And he wrote most of that stuff too, it looks like, including this movie. Yeah. Moving on.
Holy Christ. I didn't realize that Basket Case was from 82.
Yeah, that is an old movie.
Shit.
40 years old, in fact. James Lorenz, who played Jeffrey Franken, the most unlikable character in the movie.
Yeah.
He has been in, like, decent movies.
He was in The Irishman?
I was going to say, the last one, he's probably most known from is The Irishman in 2019. He's a Hoffer Rally Teamster. He doesn't have major roles in them.
He was a guy in a crowd.
Yeah, he's in the movie Bridge of Spies with Gary Oldman in 2015.
Holy shit.
It's another, like, serious movie-ass movie.
Gentleman on Subway number 2.
Yeah. He was on the TV show Titus, the TV show Judging Amy, the TV show Becker with Ted Danson.
I really liked Titus. The show didn't Didn't get a whole lot of love.
I just, for some reason, his comedy does not click with me.
Oh, no?
I don't know what it's just, I don't know. I don't, it just doesn't register with me for some reason.
Yeah.
I remember I did watch like the first season or two of that show though.
Yeah.
Moving on. What else?
He was in the Jerky Boys.
Yeah, he's Brett Weir in the Jerky Boy. I'm looking for Brett Weir. The fucking I forget what that one character's name is. Frank Rizzo.
R-I-Z-Z-O.
God, those CDs were great at that time. Like,
Yep.
I had the first 3, and like all of them were fucking so great.
There was like the golden age of the comedy CD.
Yeah.
And that was right at...
Yeah, like that, the first like Adam Sandler CD with like cows playing tennis.
Yep.
Now the severe beating of a high school Spanish teacher. Oh, that album was so great. Was it Stan and Judy's Kid? Was that the name of it?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
That had like 3 or 4 songs on it, right?
Yeah.
And the rest of it was skits?
It was like a mix of songs and skits. It was medium pace.
Yeah.
What the fuck else was on that album?
I think the Hanukkah song was on that, wasn't it?
It might have been. And there's the one skit where like it's him and I forget who's the other voice, and like they end up joining a cult at the end of it. Like,
that one had Toll Booth Willie on it too, didn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I want to listen to that now, but like I know it's not going to be.
It's not going to hold up. I promise you.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Let it be.
Yeah.
Like the Beatles said.
Let it be. Just let it be.
Oh man. You see that shampoo bottle over there?
Stick it up my ass. Like,
at a medium pace.
Sit on the corner of the bed and watch me whack off at a medium pace. Oh, wow. But as far as music, RoboCop 3, NYPD Blue, King of New York. Is that the one with Christopher Walken? I believe it is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a gangster.
What a fucking psychopath he is. Like, not even because like he's dangerous and crazy, but he's just fucking so weird.
Yeah, just out there. May or may not have killed Natalie Wood. Who knows?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Moving on to Patty Mullen. I thought she would have been in like a bunch of like these like B movies. Nope, she's in 4 things.
Well, because she was like a Playboy playmate or something, wasn't she?
I have no idea. But she was the most famous thing she was in aside from this was an episode of The Equalizer in 1989.
Weird.
So yeah.
Well,
I mean, like she's still making money off of this, so good for her.
Yeah.
Sherry Bernheim. She was Elizabeth's grandmother. I think I just kept her because she's like kind of representative of like what everybody else was, like Law and Order. She had a one-off on The Sopranos. She was on Guiding Light, the soap opera, for a while. And that's really it. Moving on. I honestly think we're going to have a hard time hitting an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Show.
She was a penthouse pet.
Oh, okay. Then why are they using a body double in this movie?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Judy Graff. She was the newscaster in this movie. Looks like she was playing like newscasters in a lot of stuff. She's also looks like judges. She was on Judging Amy as a judge. She was on The Adventures of Pete and Pete also.
That show was great.
The Nickelodeon
That show was so fucking weird, but it was great.
Yeah. She's in the George Romero movie, The Dark Half.
Okay.
That is a Dev Romero movie, right? It's Jeff Fahey.
I don't know.
I believe so. Let's check it out.
Yes.
It is George Romero. Yeah, written by Stephen King and George Romero.
They worked on a bunch of stuff together.
Yeah. Probably piles of cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worked on a lot of piles of cocaine.
Or maybe it was one big pile.
She was a newscaster in this. She was a newscaster in Basket Case 2.
Hold on. So we've got the movie going. Did it weird you out to watch that one woman flex her pectoral muscles under her boobs?
Yeah. That was very gross.
I'm not saying it was gross.
Because like her one boob was very weird shaped. Like
fucking weird.
Yeah, they were not nice titties. There were some nice titties in the scene. Those were not two of them.
Yeah. Pardon us while we were pigs.
Yeah. This one was also a reporter in the movie Batteries Not Included, which was pretty cool at the time. I remember when I was a kid. These little tiny like UFOs like land in this like
it was the
inner city.
That was the era of the robot movie.
Yeah,
the aliens and robots movies.
I want to say like Jessica Tandy was in this movie. Hume Cronin. Yeah.
Yes, they were both in that, and they were an item, weren't they?
Yeah, they were married.
I found that out from an MC Chris rap. I want candy, bubblegum, and taffy. Remember that from Aqua Teen?
Yeah.
He references Hume Cronin and Jessica Tandy.
I want to say they were married since like the 50s because I was reading an article about Marlon Brando and like I guess he got into a fight with Hume Cronin at the time.
Yeah,
because she was in the play as was she fucking Stella? I think she was Stella. I don't know. Fucking...
That's old people trivia.
Yeah, exactly. I read Streetcar in college.
Did you?
Yeah, it was all right. I think we watched the movie too.
I never have. I'm not that cultured. I try to be cultured.
Yeah,
but
it was like forced culture at the time.
I can't read a play, man. I just can't do it.
I had it was an assignment. I did not like Tennessee Williams was just never really registered with me. Moving on, Helmar Augustus Cooper. He was the detective in this movie. He's the one who gives the interview on the newscast.
Yep.
Again, Law and Order, Special Victims Unit. He was also in Luke Cage in 2016, which is one of the better of the Marvel Netflix shows. He was on The Leftovers on HBO, which was I at the time equated that show like basically to being punched in the face every Sunday night for like 8 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
It was like I did not understand the attraction of this show. It was just like just made you feel shitty every week.
The fuck was it?
It was basically like the Thanos snap, like without Marvel.
Okay.
Like one day, I think it was only like 10% of the population just like vanishes.
Yeah.
Like, and then like it's just about like the aftermath of that. Like, sometimes like people's whole families like disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just like basically just people feeling sorry and sad, like making the audience feel sorry and sad.
Oh.
And apparently that's draws in the critics somehow. I did not enjoy that show.
I don't know that I ever enjoyed a tragedy-driven show.
Yeah, it was not enjoyable. But he had a lot of TV one-offs as well. Nurse Jackie, Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23.
Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire, that was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Law and Order, regular flavor.
I think he's the same character. He's a judge.
Yep, Judge Reginald Flowers. That character had some life, man.
That is a different character.
He has two characters, Herb Williams and Judge Reginald Flowers. Oh, no, Judge Lawrence McNeil.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Killing the world of judging.
He's a judgy motherfucker.
Looks like he did an episode of The Wonderful World of Disney in 2003. As the World Turns, more soap operas.
Oh, man, the Young Indiana Jones.
Yeah, very disappointing TV show, The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Like, on paper, it should have been good. I mean, like...
Yeah.
Young Indiana Jones, like, Lucasfilm is making it, like...
It wasn't...
Boring as fuck.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't, like, the worst thing I've ever seen, but it certainly wasn't... It didn't live up to the pedigree.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you think Indiana Jones, you're thinking, like, big adventure.
Yeah.
Like, fun, action, and, like, it wasn't that. It was very, like... dramatic, Mm-hmm. It just wasn't what people were looking for.
I can see that being a good idea. It just didn't.
I remember being a really good-looking show.
It didn't execute well.
Yeah, it's just the content wasn't good. Looked great though. I mean, again, it's Lucasfilm. Louise Lasser, she was in this movie.
she was certainly a character.
Jeffrey's mother. There we go.
Yeah.
She was in a lot of stuff, actually. One of the most recent things, she was in Girls. She was a recurring character in that, it looks like. CSI, again, more like TV crime shows.
What was Girls? I know.
Girls was an HBO show written by Lena Dunham.
Oh,
It's about these,
yeah. Yep.
Privileged white girls who live in fantasy Brooklyn. It's not the real Brooklyn. Although, like, as a veteran of Brooklyn at that time, like, there were many. I'm not in any way a street tough.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a brawler, but there were many times.
Everybody listening is missing the air quotes.
Yeah. There were many times where I'd be at like parties or stuff in Brooklyn, and I even said like I would bring like a friend with me or something. I'd be like, "You realize we are the toughest people in like a mile radius right now."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved this. He's got the fucking bin of tits.
Just a bin of tits. Yeah. Just mix and match tits.
Yep. Like, these two seem okay.
Things that will never sound
like he
not
welded
creepy.
an arm on.
Honey,
Like,
could you hand me that bucket of tits?
I can't get over the fact that he welded her arm on. He welded it.
He like super glued it and welded it. Oh yeah.
Fucking trough of legs. Apparently, like, people were stealing these body parts, like these body part props. So, like, they wound up being left with the shittiest looking of them.
Just exploded hooker parts. Let's see. She was in the movie Mystery Men, which I enjoyed. It's also not a great movie.
Oh, look, she was in Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, we just mentioned. Also, not a pick-me-up.
No. And if anybody...
Happiness, also not a pick-me-up.
Happiness.
This is the one. I just remember, like, there's, like, different, like, stories about, like, different, like, people. Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it. Dylan Baker, I think, is the one guy's name. He's, like, the smarmy dickhead in a lot of stuff. Dylan Baker, yeah.
Yeah.
He was Kirk Connors, actually, in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
I just remember, like, in one part, he fucking...
It's got a great cast.
Yeah, It's just a very fucked up movie. He, like, his son's friend is sleeping over. And then, like, he gives the whole family basically, like, roofies and ice cream so he can molest the kid. Like,
what?
It's that kind of movie. Yeah. Not a pick-me-up.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll watch that.
It's like
I'm not gonna do it.
It's again, like, apparently that's what, like, critically, draws in the critics because it's critically acclaimed.
Ugh.
Let's see, Mystery Men, a lot of TV stuff too. Empty Nest,
Blood Rage,
Saint Elsewhere, Laverne and Shirley, Taxi, It's a Living, written by Joss Whedon's father, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's really about it. A lot of, like, one-offs on TV. Like the IMDb, like, lists of these people this week is not great.
No.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the shows other than like Law and Order and a couple other like one-offs, or there's not like the bangers of TV.
Yeah. She's in the movie What's Up, Tiger Lily. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
It's basically Mystery Science Theater before Mystery Science Theater. It's 1966. It's a Woody Allen movie. Extremely offensive.
Well, that is a white lady who apparently does the voice of a character called Sukiyaki.
Yeah, it's a Japanese movie where they, like, dubbed over the voices with, like, American, like, people just, like, doing riffs on it, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a Woody Allen. It's one of Woody Allen's, like, first movies, I believe.
Well, it's 66, so yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. One of the few Woody Allen movies I've ever seen. It's kind of like a James Bond, like, kind of movie. Yeah.
I just don't really like Woody Allen.
I don't understand the appeal. I mean, aside from all the fucking disgusting shit he's been doing, yeah, I don't get his movies. I don't enjoy.
That's just not for me, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. Moving on. We are at 55 minutes right now. We're really coming in under the wire here.
Yeah.
John Zachary. He was
Listen. The episodes wind up being what they wind up being.
Yeah. We have a lot of, like, cutout stuff too from this.
Yeah.
So, like
45 minutes, 2 hours. Who gives a shit?
We mentioned him earlier. He's the, like, Dracula Weatherman, who's just in this for no known reason. He's actually a horror movie host. He's also was very close with Joe Bob Briggs. It's basically what he was known for, as being like just a horror movie host.
Oh, he was on Chiller Theater.
Yeah. He was basically
that makes sense because they were out of Jersey.
Like a Svengoolie type of character.
Yeah.
And I want to say like his kid maybe took over for him at one point.
Zachary.
Yeah. And he basically just shows up as himself and everything Zachary.
Yeah.
Zachary, it's just Dick Clark show as Zachary.
No shit.
Yeah. So that's like why he was in there, as I guess as a nod to him.
Yeah.
And I still think that's a shout out to like Count Floyd from SCTV. Moving on. Shirley Stoller. She was Spike, the bartender. She had quite a career as well. She passed in 1999. Somehow in something in 2016 though. Good for her.
Huh.
But some of the stuff she was known for, she was in Grumpier Old Men, Loving, which was a soap opera. Again, a lot of soaps on the IMDb this week.
Yeah.
She's in the Malcolm X movie. Again, Law and Order. Miami Blues. I want to say that's like one of Alec Baldwin's first movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the Heat of the Night, the TV show, Kate and Allie.
I did. I watched a lot of In the Heat of the Night.
3 O'Clock High. I used to love that movie. That's the one where it's fucking...
Is that a principal fighting movie?
Close.
Teacher fighting movie?
It is a school fighting movie.
Oh, school fighting?
Yeah. It's about this kid. He's like a dork, like, kind of nerdy kid. There's like a new kid in school who's like, the tough, like leather jacket wearing, like just fucking badass. And like, he apparently has a thing where he doesn't like to be touched. And like the dorky kid accidentally like puts his hand on his shoulder or something. Yeah. And like he freaks out, like he's gonna kick the shit out of him. He's like, 3 o'clock, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. Yeah. So like the kid like spends the whole day just like doing various things to like try to get out of the fight. Like he like hires like a fucking like somebody to try to beat him up, and he just gets his ass kicked by this fucking kid. It was a good movie. I haven't seen it in like 20 something.
Is it a comedy?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like your typical like 80s movie. Like
okay.
Yeah. I definitely recommend it.
Oh, she was on 7 episodes of Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Pee-wee's Playhouse, Mrs. Steve. Yeah. She was in Desperately Seeking Susan. Anything else of significance? Charlie's Angels, The Deer Hunter.
The Edge of Night.
Another real pick-me-up movie.
What, The Deer Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking good, though.
And Kojak. She was on the original Kojak in 1973.
Nice.
And finally, we mentioned earlier, Beverly Bonner. She seems to be a Frank Henenlotter kind of regular. She was in all the Basket Case movies. She's in this movie as the same character from the first 2 Basket Case movies. Bad Biology she's in. Brain Damage she's in. Also Frank Henenlotter movies.
Damn.
And then there's a few other ones. She also passed recently. I want to say like 2020 maybe. 2020. Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer. Look, this whole show is just a fucking bummer.
Kind of, yeah. And that is it this week for Frankenhooker and Better Known As. We unfortunately do not have a Monster She Wrote this week. I thought we would too. Yeah. Like, there are a lot of people doing a lot of like one-offs on TV in this, but
alas. I guess it's gonna be what it is.
Yeah.
What a depressing episode.
Yeah. That might be the title for this episode.
What a depressing episode.
What a depressing episode. Look, folks, they're not all gold, all right?
Yeah, we can't make these things happen. Okay? We try.
Yeah, I feel like we've had this before where like I feel like I'm missing out not having a nostalgia like connection to this movie.
Yeah, I didn't see this. I didn't see this during my like heyday of watching like garbage B movies.
I didn't see it until this morning. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, this afternoon technically we started at like noon.
Want a date?
Yeah.
I did love all that.
Yeah. Where she just starts spouting hooker phrases when she first comes to life.
Yep. Hey, Jersey boy.
And then when Zorro just slices his head off in one smooth motion. Zing!
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, I do love the face that she makes, like the like screwed up mouth.
Yeah, the grimace that she has, yeah.
Yeah. It's super iconic.
Anybody got a stem?
Oh, that's Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, where she fucks this guy and he dies.
Yeah. Yeah, super crack not only makes the hookers explode, makes the hookers make people explode too.
I don't know.
Fucking platform shoes.
That is the ghetto.
Oh, yeah.
What are you gonna do, man? Like,
look, sometimes we have to cover these things because they're influential.
Yeah.
They're, you know.
Like, and here's the thing. I don't hate this movie. I did not resent the time that I spent watching it.
See, I didn't hate it, but I don't know. Like I said, I felt just like dirty after watching this movie. Like,
that's just pretty much any trauma movie.
Yeah.
There's a certain like greasiness to a trauma movie that like comes from the screen into your skin. And no matter what the movie, like Toxic Avenger, yeah, you feel gross after watching it. Tromeo and Juliet, you feel fucking gross after watching it. Frankenhooker, you feel gross. Like, the least offensive one that I've probably seen is Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD.
Oh, that's the least offensive one?
Probably, yeah. I used to have Redneck Zombies on DVD.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Redneck Zombies.
It's a film. They wind up making moonshine.
It turns people into zombies.
Yeah, they make it in a still. They make a still out of these barrels that they found, which have like toxic waste in them or whatever. And then the moonshine that they make turns people into zombies. There's like zombie babies and shit like that because, like, you know, they're giving their children moonshine. I love the check mark on the ass.
She still has the check mark on her ass from when he drew it there when he was partying with the hookers.
Ridiculous.
Such a goofy movie.
Like, I would get our friends together and watch this.
Yeah, that honestly might be like the only way I think you're gonna enjoy this movie. Is like just with a bunch of people just goofing on it. Very
much like Leprechaun in the Hood. Like,
yeah.
It's like, don't watch this because you want to watch a movie.
Yeah, that's not advisable.
No, you watch this because you want to laugh and yell and drink and not pay attention to it at all.
I love that, like, this is the pre-cleaned up Times Square. You know how many times I vomited in the quote-unquote cleaned up Times Square?
I mean, it's cleaned up. Sort of.
Let's go to the Disney store.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Can I get to Midtown Comics from here?
Oh, I have been drunk in Midtown before, yeah.
Have you?
Yo, fuck, yes, I have.
Which one?
The Times Square one with the dangerous ass fucking staircase. Like,
yeah. It's super tall and very steep.
Blasted out of my mind, and I'm gonna stumble up these stairs and then stumble up more stairs in the store.
Yeah. Yep.
That's where like the homeless dude like jumped through the glass window a couple of years ago.
Oh no.
Which is very super cracky. That's definitely super crack. That's
cracky behavior.
Because that's the staircase going from the second to the third floor.
Yeah.
So that bum like leapt out like a 20-foot like window. Just want to see this. Like, I wish I was there for that. Like, just to see this homeless dude busting out like Spawn through the fucking window, like dirty fucking overcoat like flowing as he's like going down.
Hey, Spawn was homeless.
Yeah, it's true. He was. Yeah.
Oh no. In case you thought we were good or decent people,
we're not. Yeah,
you're,
no.
you're fucking wrong.
And I recommend going to Midtown Comics drunk out of your mind.
Yeah, they probably deal with it very often.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can go there drunk, just don't be an asshole. It's a great place.
You know what? That's my rule for anywhere. You want to be drunk?
Yeah,
be drunk.
Fine, have at it.
You want to be a douche? We're going to have a problem. All right. I think... Are we in crapshoot territory
We've been in the crapshoot territory.
We've been there, right?
Yeah, I stopped doing Better Known As like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to pay attention right now.
Oh, this is yeah.
I'll say it again. Decent movie for what it is.
Yeah,
because they know that this is not. They know that this is not a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
They went into making this movie as like it's going to be a raunchy comedy with horror elements.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what it is. Like, it's got budgetary constraints because it's a trauma movie. It's got shitty acting because...
I just want to point out the absurdity of this pimp being like, you need to do the right thing. You're a fucking pimp!
God. I love his gold suit, though. Yeah, like, you can smell these streets.
Yeah.
And they smell like piss.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Again, as somebody who's contributed to that piss, yeah.
See, I never really spent that much time in New York. I've been there a couple of times, and I never had reason to. I never had like friends who were like, "Yeah, we're gonna hit the city." It was just like,
I didn't either. That's why I had to go by myself.
Oh,
these things.
yeah.
Yeah. But I eventually had 5 friends and family who lived there, so
yeah,
I'd always end up like hanging out with somebody.
I kind of wish I did have those experiences, but I don't need them. Like, my life is not better or worse because I didn't spend a whole shitload of money and time in...
I enjoy having, like, the experience and the stories, like, basically. Yeah. Yeah. I miss it. I really do. Oh, anyway, on Old Men Growing Regretfully Old.
Is that our new show?
Yeah. It's always been our show.
Oh. Shit. Hey, there she is.
Pretzel's good.
Oh, man. You know what? I don't want to talk about this movie anymore.
I don't. Yeah, like I'm really trying to just drag this out for the sake of the episode. I know it's not going to make it good.
We're just making it a bad show.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
If you dig shit movies, this is going to be right up your alley. If you are one of those highbrow, like, I only like movies and horror movies with
it's not a classic
with subtext.
Movie.
There's zero subtext here.
It's definitely not elevated horror. Definitely not elevated
oh shit,
horror.
no. Hereditary, this is not.
Yeah.
But if it's your thing, it's your thing. Don't try to watch it sober, like, at all.
Yeah.
You just
not a good idea.
No.
This movie should really only be shown between like the hours of like 10 p.m. and like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't watch it in the daytime. I think that'll take away like from some of the goofiness of it.
Oh yeah, no, this is a total nighttime flick. This is not one of your Saturday afternoon take a nap movies.
Yeah.
Like it's whatever the exact opposite of that would be.
All right.
I think we're done here.
Yeah, let's pull the plug on this.
Yeah.
We really have nothing else to say
There's
about this.
nothing. Like, there's zero substance to this fucking movie.
Much like this podcast at this point.
Right?
Yeah. This is all fluff, folks.
Holy goddamn. You know what? I do have to mention something. Last week we recorded in a fucking blizzard. This week, it's like 65 degrees outside.
Yeah.
New York sucks.
We also, like, in an effort to, like, get around the worst part of the blizzard, ended up recording in the worst part of the blizzard.
Yep.
Like, if we just stuck to our normal time,
it would have been fine.
The roads would have been normal. Yeah, the roads would have been fine.
No, I drove an extra 20 minutes in the snow because I thought it was going to get worse, and it turns out
it got much better.
It stopped almost immediately after we were done. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. All right, we're going to do our social media.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Still have to fix that sign. We'll get there one week.
Yeah. So, as always, you can find our website, www.bigdumbmonsterspodcast.com, and thanks to a fuck up on my part, also www.bigdumbmonsters.com.
I think you mean an opportunity on your part.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what it was. If you want to email us anything at all, I don't even care what it is, bigdumbmonsters@gmail.com. If you feel like tweeting at us or about us or what the fuck ever, you can do that at dumb_monsters. If you are on Facebook and want to like the page, mention the page, leave dirty comments on the page, whatever, that is Big Dumb Monsters Pod. And if you are on Slasher, the all horror social network, we are Big Dumb Monsters Podcast.
You can also find us on Instagram at big_dumb_monsters. We're also on YouTube, the Big Dumb Monsters channel. Our video, I can now verify, our video podcast is available on Spotify as well.
Excellent.
So when you play it there, you will see the video slideshow.
Sweet.
What else? We're on some new platforms as well, some podcast platforms.
Yeah.
We just got added today to Overcast and Castbox.
Sweet.
Yes.
And any of those platforms in which you listen, give us a rating.
Thumbs up,
leave
a star.
Leave reviews. I mean, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
That helps other people find the show, and that helps us in the long run. It has been a long time since I've said this, and it just recently occurred to me. Don't let ghoulies eat your ass.
Do not let ghoulies eat your ass. That is very sound advice.
Yeah.
Stay away from super drugs, specifically super crack.
Mm-hmm.
Super weed might be the bomb. Whatever.
Maybe.
Weed's natural, so go for it.
Don't get stuck on a deathbed. You ready to get the fuck out of here?
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye.
Mercifully so.
Good fucking bye.